Hi, everyone. This is the SoCal Report, Part 2. I'm Brad Free with a look at the Saturday card at Santa Anita. It's Gold Cup Day. 2 Grade 1 races on the Saturday card, 4 graded stakes overall, a good card top to bottom, big fields all the way through, something we haven't seen a whole lot of out here at Santa Anita this season. But a good, fun card on Saturday, and we're going to talk specifically about the 2 Grade 1s, but let's start off just briefly talking about race number 3. It's the first graded stakes on the card, the Grade 3 Daytona, and Stormy Liberal, number 6. He's going to be tough to beat. He's the 6-5 favorite, seeking his 4th consecutive stakes win down the hill. He has speed. He is versatile. Trainer Peter Miller is absolutely red hot, and Stormy Liberal at 6-5 is going to be tough to beat in the Daytona. A good comebacker by the name of Home Run Kitten is training very well for David Hoffman's, and if there is a pace meltdown, maybe Home Run Kitten can come along and spring the upset. But the Daytona, race number 3, goes right through the favorite, Stormy Liberal. Race number 4, it's a maiden race. It's the first leg of the Pick 6. It's an interesting maiden race because there are 2 very good maidens in here, including my top selection in the race, and that is number 2, Honor and Courage. Now, Honor and Courage has started 6 times already. He finished second in his last 3. His most recent start was his best yet. He finished miles clear of third. I think that he is the most probable winner on the card, in my opinion, but he faces a very interesting horse that is taking a class drop you don't see too often, from Kentucky Derby into a maiden race. And I'm referring to number 6, Santa Anita, the second choice on the morning line at 3-1. He finished second in the Rebel. He finished only 2 lengths behind Classic Empire in the Arkansas Derby, and then he finished nowhere in the Kentucky Derby, Santa Anita. He's back with maidens, and he will be rolling late, but I do think that number 2, Honor and Courage, is going to be tough to beat. In the first leg of the Pick 6, that's race number 4. Race number 5 is the first Grade 1 of the day. Let's go ahead and take a look at the field. A field of 6 fillies and mares going a mile and 1/8 on grass. The 4-5 favorite down on the bottom, in from the East Coast for trainer Chad Brown, Lady Eli. And what an unbelievable story she's turned out to be. She started 10 times, 7 wins, 3 seconds. She almost died from laminitis. She recovered. She's back in form. Yes, it's true that she lost her last 2 starts as the favorite, but you can't knock her performances. Lady Eli finished second by a head last time out in the Jenny Wiley. That was her first start of the season. Her previous start was in the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf right here at Santa Anita, a race in which she missed by a nose, and she ran past the filly who's probably going to be her main rival in this race. And I'm referring to number 1, Avenge. Avenge in the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf last fall, she was a long shot. She was 18-1. She was outclassed, but she had the pace advantage, and she ran very well against the best field that she has ever faced. Avenge led the field until deep stretch. She got swallowed up late by Queen's Trust and Lady Eli, but that was Avenge establishing herself as not only the top grass filly in California, but a main player on the national stage in front of everybody. She was 3rd best that day, Avenge, but she has a pace advantage, potential pace advantage in the Gamely. Avenge and Lady Eli, the 2 principals. I was going to make a case for number 2, September Stars, who's a 12-1 long shot. She's not a confirmed starter in the Gamely. There is a mile longer race next Sunday, the Possibly Perfect, that trainer Patty Gallagher is looking at. So be aware there could be a potential scratch out of the Gamely. September Stars, you can keep her on your horse to watch list. This is a very good filly. She won her first condition. She won the second condition. She's on her way into the stakes ranks, but I'm not sure when that's going to be, Saturday or next Sunday for September Stars. Race number 6 on Saturday is a good 7 furlong allowance, first level allowance, and might be the most competitive race on the card. I picked number 4, Texas Two-Step, partly because it's trainer Peter Miller, but he also has run some races that are fast enough. Boy Howdy at 8-1. He's a better horse than his low buyer speed figure last out suggests. It was a win against Cowbreds. He's moving up in class, drawn outside. If you're looking for an upsetter, Boy Howdy at 8-1. Race number 7 is the second graded turf sprint on the card. This is the Grade 2 Monrovia for fillies and mares, and it looks like a 2-horse race on paper. Number 4, Illuminant, the 9-5 favorite. She's a Grade 1 winner. Number 8, Enola Gray. She's very fast. She's the 5-2 second choice. Upsetter in the race? Maybe. Number 9, Anita Partner. She blasted past 2 other than allowance fillies last time out. She's outclassed by Illuminant and Enola Gray, but Anita Partner is in peak form right now. And if one of the favorites happens to misfire, wouldn't be at all surprised if Partner sneaks into the exacta. All right, it's the big one, race number 8, the Grade 1 Gold Cup at Santa Anita. A field of 9 entered. Let's go ahead and take a look at the field. Number 5, Midnight Storm, is the 5-2 favorite on the morning line, and he's the deserving favorite. The handicap division out in California is a little bit light until Arrogate returns this summer at Del Mar in the Pacific Classic. Collected, who I was all set to pick in the Gold Cup after his demonstrative win in the Californian, did not train very well last week for Bob Baffert. So Baffert elected to skip the Gold Cup with Collected, but he did enter 2 others. Number 1, American Freedom, who's my top selection. I think he's going to get a great trip. He's a fresh horse. He's moving forward. He's adding blinkers. His comeback race, he finished 4th at Churchill Downs, was better than looked. He was wide. He was getting out. He wants to run up front, on fast, and look for American Freedom at 4-1 to give a good account of himself. The strategy in this race is going to be interesting because Baffert's other horse, number 6, Cupid, I think that he might show some speed as well. And that's going to put Midnight Storm in a little bit of a pickle. Midnight Storm is a front runner. He doesn't have to have the lead, I don't think, but he is a speed horse. So is Cupid and so is American Freedom. So there are some front runners in this Gold Cup that could set it up for a come-from-behinder by the name of Follow Me Krev. Follow Me Krev last time out. Let's go ahead and look at the Californian Stakes. It was his first start since the Santa Anita Handicap. He finished 3rd in the Big Cap. In the Californian, which was won gate to wire by Collected, Follow Me Krev rallied wide. He kind of flattened out a little bit late. It was a better than looked performance for a couple reasons. First of all, he covered 32 feet more ground than the winner. Secondly, he had missed some training with quarter cracks going into the Californian, but he's worked well since then. And if the pace falls apart in the Gold Cup, Follow Me Krev has a good chance to spring an upset. I was hoping for a little bit higher price than 4-1 in the Gold Cup. This is another race where check out scratches on Saturday morning. Texas Rayano, what number is Texas Rayano? Number 3. He entered back on Sunday in the Charles Whittingham. That's a better spot for him. And also number 8, Accelerate, is not a confirmed starter for the Gold Cup, although it does look like he could get a perfect trip sitting 4th behind the speed. Midnight Storm is the horse to beat. Let's go ahead. I forgot about the Santa Anita Handicap. Why is Midnight Storm the favorite? Well, let's look at the Big Cap. This was run in March at 1.25 miles, and Midnight Storm did everything but win. He set the pace. He got worn down in deep stretch by Shaman Ghost, a very good East Coast shipper, and Midnight Storm finished well clear of 3rd that day, well clear of Follow Me Krev that day. So Midnight Storm doing 1.25 miles on Saturday in the Gold Cup. He's the favorite. I like American Freedom to post a mild upset, and I respect the chances of the closer, Follow Me Krev. It's a good card. Gold Cup Day at Santa Anita. First post is 1 o'clock. 4 graded stakes races. Grade 1 Gamely with Lady Eli. The Grade 1 Gold Cup with Midnight Storm. I'm Brad Free. This has been the SoCal Report. Thanks for watching. See you next time.